production assistant Alex behind the camera. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, cool. So what I want to work on is kind of revamping this pot that I have. This one stays in front of the house all summer. And in here is the aloe brevifolia, I believe. It's the spiked aloe and this spineless prickly pear, which actually does have spines. And then in the front, it's just a bunch of this lava rock from last year, red lava. Well, basically what I just discovered is that the aloe brevifolia had really bad root rot. So these 7 pieces are the only remaining healthy pieces here. It has been stretched out from lack of sun. So if you can see how like these older leaves are way further down and then the new growth is really long. It used to be a lot more compact. When I put it outside during the spring and summer, it should look a lot better, but for the winter my goal is to just keep it alive. Anyway, what I also decided to add in this pot were some clippings of this crassula campfire, and I bought a pot that's a gallon. I haven't done I don't believe I've put that on an unboxing yet, but basically it's a really beautiful plant, and I decided that I wanted to add more color and a little bit of fun to this. So what I'm going to do, I pulled out all of the rotten bits of the aloe and pulled them back to what I believe is just the healthy parts. However, it hasn't fully calloused over because I just did it today. However, the soil is extremely dry, so I just won't be giving it a drink for quite a while. Also with the prickly pear, this was done a couple of days ago, so it looks pretty much fully calloused over. But of course I won't be giving this anything to drink either. So, alright, let's get started. Alright, and we're back. So what I want to start with first is the prickly pear. And I actually went through this earlier and added a little bit of worm castings to the soil. But like I said, I'm not going to be watering it anytime soon, so it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so, oh, and there's this little bit of this thimble cactus in here that I was going to get rid of, but I just couldn't, so I stuck it in here. So I'm going to move him out of the way because I think I'd like to have the prickly pear go here. Okay, let's see how we do this. Careful. I'm just going to stick this in there. Okay. So to help anchor this prickly pear, because it doesn't have roots, I'm just going to start using the red lava rock. And see, any bits of it that are kind of in the way, I'm just going to move them to the front and try to give this little spot where it can set down its roots. Okay, I'm touching it. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. See if I can get it to. Ugh. Okay, I have a few pricks, but not bad. Okay. All right. Honestly, the most difficult thing to work with is the spineless aloe, because it actually does have spines. I mean, not aloe, the spineless prickly pear, because it actually does have spines. So I should have gloves on. All right, now I'm just gonna go into the red lava rock and add some more in, and I'll show you how it looks now. It's not very attractive because I also put a bunch of the diatomaceous earth on this at the end of fall. I put a bunch of diatomaceous earth to prevent mealybugs and other pests, which it has done. However, it does kind of turn the rocks white, which is not attractive. So I'm gonna just go ahead and start adding more. Okay, and you can see here where I took cuts to remove the spineless prickly pear and did a really terrible job. So I cut some below it. I just did not do a good job. This one looks fine, but it's already callousing over and it'll be fine. There'll be plenty more to grow come summer and spring, hopefully. So yeah, that's the added rock. And the main goal was just to fill it in and also to cover some of that white powder, because that's not really the look that I'm going for. Okay, so this little piece of the thimble cactus, I'm gonna move that over where I want it. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just not my favorite. So here we go. And I'm just gonna give it more soil. If you can see any of the dust kicking up, that's how dry this is, and it pretty much stays that way. It seems like whenever I water it, it's an issue, so it's better to just let it do its own thing. Okay, so I'm gonna set up the rest of the little aloe more towards the left side. But I'm looking at the soil looks pretty low, so I'll add some more. so what I just added was black gold all-purpose potting soil, as well as chunks of the premium perlite and some leca balls mixed in for aeration. This soil does drain very, very quickly, which is why I'm a little bit surprised that it got root rot. But I guess it could just be from it being the winter, maybe. So now that I have that in there, that looks better, right? Okay.
Yep.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. All right, so now I'm going to add the aloe in. And we got the soil level higher. Maybe not as high as it should be, but it's higher. Okay, so I'm going to start putting in the aloe. What I mostly want is for the crassula to just be in this small section here and this part to be filled up with the aloe. So this new soil that I've added in has a bit of moisture to it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dip the cuttings that have not calloused over in this rooting hormone. So we're hoping this will fill in again. So next what I'm going to do is move on to the crassula campfire. And it is a really interesting plant. It does color with this deep red when it gets a lot of sun. So that's going to be my goal. Well, the spot where it stays will give it plenty of sun. So this should be nice to see, like throughout the summer as it grows.
Kind of like twist it around and shove it in the back.
Mm-hmm. I think it looks better.
Looks a lot better.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll put that down there because I don't like the white stuff on there. That's what I was trying to cover. Okay, let's keep twisting it. This does help cover some of the damage I did while propagating. And there we go. Okay guys, well we're done with the revamp of this pot. I don't think I have any of it on film, but I will include pictures of how it looked last year. Okay, well thank you for checking in. Bye.